The Tea Party in the past has been criticized for its lack of diversity, but it's something that some supporters at this rally completely disagree with. I'm inside of the mobile unit, which will actually travel to churches and nonprofit centers in locations that aren't as traditional. I mean, and that kind of brings up a good point. I mean, even for those of you that you may not keep up with politics, I think everyone can see, though, that the Democrats and the Republicans, there's always this gridlock. They're always having these problems. Why do you think that's happening right now? Why are the Republicans, and this is what you're saying, why do you think that the Republicans are always disagreeing with most of the policies that are being put forth by the Obama administration? Now we're here in the operation room. We're here with Dr. Ellen Bogan, and we've taken the pictures. So you're setting me up to be a kung fu fighter.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So what's in here? So the patients? What will we do next? The reception also served as an opportunity for team leaders looking for fresh ideas when it comes to fundraising. And with companies deciding to take more applications online, does that put those who aren't as well versed in technology at a disadvantage? A mixture of youth and experience were in attendance for the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce Job Fair at Plumbers Park.
Putting on our annual job fair, we have a few hundred people in attendance today.
Do you think you're going to land a job pretty soon after this fair?
For sure, I will.
I had never been to a job fair before because I never been unemployed until last week. So,
Donnie Beverly is 58 years old. He's at today's job fair because he recently lost his job as a supervising manager in Culver City.
biggest challenge I'm worried is going to be my age. I mean, because nowadays everybody is so young person oriented, and and I'm past that young person age, so I'm concerned about that.
No one's actually taking applications per se. Everyone is saying apply online.
And with companies deciding to take more applications online, does that put those who aren't as well versed in technology at a disadvantage?
Friend who's coming at the moment, he actually doesn't have his own, internet and whatnot.
I actually like a person-to-person type of interactions, and I prefer that, even though I know that this is a more effective, quicker way of doing things to do it online.
If I do see someone struggling and they ask me, can you help me out with my resume or with putting everything on an application, I'll be more than glad to have them come in to the branch, have a seat with me, and I'll apply with them.
Beverly refuses to use his age as an excuse for not keeping up with today's technology when it comes to hiring.
I think it's very fair, and I think it also gives even me, who I consider myself relatively tech savvy, to even learn more than I had in the past.
A member of the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce said that while the city currently offers workshops that teaches residents how to use social media tools like Twitter and Facebook, they're hoping to do the same for community members who need help applying for jobs online. Reporting from Plumbers Park, Pete Griffin, West Hollywood Patch.
It's an incredible stain on American society.
LA County Supervisor Zev Yaroslavsky spoke to a crowd of Venice community officials in front of St. Joseph's Center for the September 29th launch of a mobile unit that will help sign up people for food stamps.
What people don't realize in our society today is that how many people in our own community go hungry every day.
The 34-square-foot vehicle, courtesy of the Los Angeles County Department of Public Social Services, will assist low-income residents with information on how to receive food stamps and Medi-Cal.
1, 2, 3.
And a ribbon-cutting ceremony made everything official, with those in attendance touring the unit for themselves.
Applicants would come in through either the steps or the lift, depending on their needs, and we have workers here who would sit down with them at a desk so that they can interview the individual and enter the responses on the computer, so that by the end of that process, we'll have the interview completed, the application completed, and we could take that with us back to a district office to process.
I'm inside of the mobile unit, which will actually travel to churches and nonprofit centers in locations that aren't as traditional, like Venice.
Well, certainly there's major gentrification on the west side, where you see a number of people who have been doing well financially, probably struggling a lot more as a result of the economic downturn.
Traditional location is one of our DPSS county offices, which are brick and mortar, They're not moving. That's where most of the people come in to apply for food stamps.
Even though the unit was only in Venice for today, a spokesperson for LA County's Department of Public Social Services said that they will explore their options when it comes to bringing back the mobile unit in the near future. Reporting from St. Joseph Center in Venice, Pete Griffin, Venice Patch. Pete Griffin reporting here from Beverly Hills Body on the Sunset Strip, where we had a chance to interview Dr. Richard Ellenbogen about his new facelift procedure where he uses the patient's own stem cells. You're going to take a picture of me first.
Yeah, then I'm going to.
In order to get as close as I could to the full experience of a stem cell facelift, I had the doctor take a few pictures of me so I could see exactly what patients go through.
Have a seat over there. We're going to take 2 pictures.
All right.
And
the pictures were directly transferred to a computer, where Dr. Ellenbogen was able to modify my facial features, including my nose and jawbone, for an upcoming quote-unquote movie role as a kung fu fighter.
From the front face, I wanted to do, because we want this major kung fu master, and you're competing against 10 other guys who are there. I want to bring out the best features of your face, in fact, even accentuate them more. So what I did up here is where you have a little bit of depth in the eyes. I filled this in with fat grafting to make the eyes a little bit more menacing if you look at your character.
So here's how the procedure works. Fat is taken from another area of your body. From there, the fat and stem cells are separated, and growth factors from the individual's blood are added to the stem cells. The combination of growth factors and stem cells are then sent through a laser machine, which activates the stem cells that will be used for the facelift. A little confused? Yeah, me too. So I had the doctor show me how this thing works in the operation room, but not before putting on a nifty blue overcoat. My role as the kung fu fighter, we're gonna go into the room to put this on, and a fashionable shower cap.
The guys wear those.
Okay, so now I have the hat on? Or at least I thought it looked like one. So now we're here in the operation room. We're here with Dr. Ellenbogen, and we've taken the pictures. So you're setting me up to be a kung fu fighter.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So what's in here? So the patients, what will we do next?
To try to simulate what I'm doing here would be like Placido Domingo trying to simulate an opera without being in an opera hall or without having any accoutrements. But I will describe basically what I do. It's a very, very detailed process with many steps. This is a device which we use to take the fat out. The most stem cells are in the area below the belly button, in this area over here. We make a tiny little incision, we pass this in and out. After the fat is centrifuged, blood is taken from the patient, and through a multi-step process, the platelet-rich plasma is removed, and from this is removed the growth factors from a patient's own blood. Through a number of steps now, by pipetting off certain levels of the fat, the stem cells are extracted. They're added to the growth factors from the blood. And the last step, the stem cells are activated by being subjected to certain wavelengths of laser light, which makes them as active as embryonic stem cells.
While he admits that there's no real scientific evidence behind it, the stem cell facelift procedure gives the patient a younger look.
It's making more collagen in the face, and it's making more structures in the face, which patients had when they were a little bit younger, not just replacing, but also continuing to work over a long period of time, as stem cells have been known to do in other locations.
As well as an easier time after the surgery.
The people who have these surgeries with stem cells, the amount of pain medication they need is significantly less. Their healing time seems to be much faster.
All in all, I got a first-hand look at how the stem cell facelift procedure works. Not sure if I'll be getting one anytime soon, but at least I get to keep this cool shower cap. Reporting from Beverly Hills Body on the Sunset Strip, Pete Griffin, Beverly Hills Patch.